Funded Engineer has lost its dashboard and its tech provider. That's right, it's lost its tech provider, meaning that all the funding has been on hold, all processes has been on hold, and if you trade with them, like me, I'm so lucky I got my payout just before all of this has happened. So in this video, we're going to go through Funded Engineer, the prop firm industry, what to do next, and my own personal point of view to share with you guys to see, is this still the best time, is this the worst time, and what to do next. And just a quick spoiler, I still believe it's the best time to get in props, but I said in videos literally last year, you have a small window, and this is proving my point even more, that you have a small window to get funded, to get your money, and to develop the skill. If you have the skill, you can trade personal, you can trade a hedge fund, you can trade Darwin X, you can trade anything. So let's get to the video. It feels like another breaking news, but it's happening way too soon. If you haven't seen already, let's just bring you up to scratch. FTMO have pulled out of the US and they can't trade there. My Forex Funds has had the CFTC lawsuit, and then they are currently under investigation. Will they come back? Don't know. True Forex Funds was operating on a unregulated MetaQuest license. They were literally gone last week, and now Funded Engineer have just lost their tech. I can't make this up, guys. So here we go from a tweet from Tristan, which is Trader T. So today, without warning or discussion, our dashboard provider for a Funded Engineer decided to terminate our services, remove us from all our historical chats and conversations, and turn the technology lights off from our business. Man, that sounds painful. On top of this, again without any communication, it was decided a negative PR campaign would be set out, of which no one reached out to us for comment. We are working diligently to resolve this matter, and we'll take all necessary steps to bring our business back to its success. In the meantime, please be patient, and we'll keep everyone updated as information becomes available and how we will proceed. And then FPX basically released this saying that today, FPFX Technologies LLC has terminated its agreement with all services provided to Funded Engineer after it has uncovered, to what we believe, an elaborate scheme by Funded Engineer to defraud the FPFX tech and misrepresent payout figures to the public. A periodic audit conducted from FPFX Tech's business activities of the prop firm revealed that what the months-long scheme whereby Funded Engineer generated fictitious payouts in order to inflate payments activity, defrauding the public, and representation of payout figures in excess of reality as a way to lure more customers to their prop firm. So from there, we are notifying all our licenses and partners, sharing with you our attached press to the release of the matter to ensure growth and survival of the prop firm industry, and a good ethical practice must be made. What's really crazy about this is, before I give you my opinion, before even Funded Engineer had a say, all of these PRs were released. That's really, really crazy as well. So let me just add some pieces of the puzzle. Then on top of this, Funded Engineer previously just launched a new prop firm company called Formed Funding, and that's with their new tech that they developed, and also with not FPFX. Now, does that say something? I don't know, but regardless, what I think is really interesting is the fact that FPFX went out of their way to release all of this negative PR campaign. I mean, it's not even just one statement. Like, if they wanted to do it on a professional statement, just one statement, that's it, do what you will. This went everywhere. Like, literally, you can go on Google, and it's with YouTube channels I've never even seen before. You're on finance magazines, you're on FX News Group, you're on finance feeds. It's even on TradingView. I didn't even know you could do that. It's on TradingView. So what's crazy about this is it seems like it was definitely an attack on Funded Engineer. That's what I see, and that's what it shows to be. Because really and truly, at a level of that business, if you just want to cut ties and you're doing unethical practices, cool, there's a release. But it looks like there was a massive amount of paid release ads to do this. Now, I don't know for a fact what has happened, nor do I know for a fact of what has actually gone off with the payouts. But one thing I find very interesting is because they said that they've been defrauding or maybe misguiding on the payouts that they've been posting on Twitter, and saying that, you know, maybe they're saying paying out more than they actually are. But the kind of weird thing is, I haven't really noticed or seen anything like this, because a lot of the people who get the payouts are like myself, Kyle, Andrew NFX, Ryan, and we know majority of these people, right? And even on the Discord, you can kind of check all of these people. So I don't think that that is likely, but we don't know for a fact until the time has come to light. So all we can really do again, and it's like with all these other prop firm drama, is to wait. It really is to wait to see what Funded Engineer want to do. Now, What I will say, and this is my personal opinion, and I don't know if it's biased because I believe that they are really going to make things happen because they've got a strong team, but they have their own tech. They have options to other tech. They actually even have loads of things in the background that they are working and developing on. So I believe that Funded Engineer are actually going to come back. They weren't working on unregulated licenses. I mean, I would like to say they're not doing anything unethical as well. If they were skewing the payouts, then yes, that is unethical because that is a negative marketing campaign because you're misguiding and misinforming the public. But like I said, I really don't think that was the true case. Maybe there's something more behind the scenes, but regardless of whatever the behind the scenes that's happened is, I've lost my 300k live funding. That's right, it's crazy. And then with my Forex funds, that's 400k. True Forex funds, there was 200k and then another 200k. So it's like 1.2 million. And then with Funded Engineer, actually, I had 500k in challenges. So you can't make this up. That's like 1.7 million in total in challenges and live gone. But luckily I still had my payout, which I posted yesterday, and that aged terribly on my Twitter post. But, you know, I think really and truly as a summary from this, with them, if they're going to move to a tech provider, it's going to take a couple of months. With this situation, I think this is a ripple effect of all of the negative stuff that's happening in prop firms. FPFX, if you didn't know, just to kind of let you guys know, is they provide pretty much the tech for majority of the prop firms. But let me just also say this, they are not the only providers. So I think really and truly we're going to start to see a new wave of prop firms that used either their own tech or other people's tech rather than just all FPFX. Because really and truly think about it, if 90% of prop firms at the top little end of the spectrum are all FPFX, they have control over pretty much everything at the moment. And when you only have one powerful person or one dominant person at the power of the control, they determine what they want to say, they determine what they want majority of people to think. And I don't think that's good or bad, because then there's no freedom of speech, there's no democracy in it, and then they can also skew a lot of data. I'm not saying that that's the case, but it's just my head thinking out loud and just sharing with you. And that's the whole point of this YouTube channel and me. It's me versus me being able to be myself, say what I want, do what I want, and have that freedom of speech. And it's just the same for you guys. That's why even any of you guys who think that I'm wrong or have anything to say, that I'm absolutely open to any comments, unless it's a retarded comment, like just when the facts are there, it's just there. So anyway, let's go on to quickly for the prop firm space. And I really want to reiterate this. So this section is actually going to be really important for you guys to watch. This is still the best time for props. I know it's tough because literally on all of these, this and this now is gone, and then my Forex funds over there is gone as well. The point is, I still made 17,984 in January just from payouts, and that is still a massive opportunity for you guys and myself still to be able to get. FTMO is still number one in the books. My Funded FX are still trading. Alpha Capital Group have their own tech. Darwin X is one of the best things that I'm going to get into next as well. So basically, if you don't know, Darwin X is basically a platform where you can build your track record. It's audited. It's actually even FDA regulated as well, and they can allocate funds to you. They have Darwin X, Darwin X Zero, so they've got different platforms for different jurisdictions, and they work a little bit differently. But I am going to be making a video on this because this is something I'm actually going to pursue. Because with prop firms, that's one avenue. Personal account, that's one avenue. Darwin X, this basically is going to build a track record where you can attract investors, which therefore you're not relying on prop firms. And then you can look at hedge funds, private equity, and much more as well. So there are multitudes of options that we can go into, but prop firms really still are, I think, a great stepping stone to go into the Darwin X, to go into your private account, to go into the hedge fund, to go into all of these things. So, you know, it's still the best time, but last year I said we've got 2 years left, so maybe by the end of this year we've only got 1 year left. Only the top prop firms are going to be standing, and that's not top in terms of revenue, let's be clear. This is top in terms of practices, in terms of how they act accordingly, how they've worded and structured their company, and the people behind it, do they really have the interest of the traders behind the scenes? Because if they do, they'll be working on the risk management, they'll be working on the A book, B book, they'll be working on strategizing, they'll be working on creating an institutional prop firm. Because really and truly, the current prop industry is virtually simulated money. It's not prop at all. If you've looked into what prop trading really is, it's a desk where people, a proprietary trader gets money on a daily basis, or gets a desk or whatever it is, and they basically trade those funds, which is a live capital, which they go through extensive training, they have extensive support, and there's much more to it than a kid in his boxes anywhere in the world just trying to trade a simulated money, trying to turn $500 into $1 million. So it changes a lot of things. But regardless, the summary is we have 2 years. So the point is, go and strap your boots, really learn and earn, get the skill set and make it happen. Let me know down below what you guys think. Do you think Funded Engineer is going to come back? Do you think True Forex Funds is going to come back? Do you think My Forex Funds is going to come back? First, I made a joke about all Forex funds, but it looks like anything with the word funded or Funded Engineer or... I don't even know what to say anymore. It's shocking, isn't it? But hey, all we can do is be positive, move, and the situation is what it is. Control the controllable, don't focus on the controllable. And I appreciate every single one of you guys. I'm still grateful for Funded Engineer because I still got my payouts and I believe I'm still going to get my accounts. So good luck to them. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and also the DarwinX and also any other affiliate links if you want to support my channel down in the description below. Peace out, ciao.